7 a.m. in my little desert town, and I am driving. I'm at the south end of my town, and I'm driving to the north end of my town to the veterinarian up there. I have an appointment for Schnickelfritz. He is going to be there all day. He's diabetic. He was diagnosed going on 4 years ago, I think. And his blood sugar has never been well managed, under control. And I don't know how much I want to up his insulin, but I think he may have a condition called something, and it's a pituitary thing, and it causes an enlarged head, and it causes blood sugar. If the cat has diabetes, it causes the blood sugar not to be brought under control. But anyway, in order for me to continue to get his insulin refilled, he periodically has to have one or the other or both of two procedures. One of them is a glucose curve, and that takes all day. They periodically measure what his blood sugar level is throughout the day, and then the other is something with an almost immediate result in it. I forget what it's called, but it's the equivalent of the A1C in humans, and they determine what his average blood sugar level or count has been over like the last 6 weeks. So, in order for him to be there all day, I'm dropping him off at 7:30, and it takes nearly half an hour to get there, even though it's in the same town. It's just at the opposite, like outskirts of town. So I thought I'd bring you along for this pleasant little morning drive. I've got Schnickelfritz here sitting beside me. He's been quiet. One reason it's good for them to have him there for a while is because if they do the A1C thing, well, I don't know, actually that shouldn't matter, but maybe it's the curve. When animals are stressed, probably when any living creature is stressed, it sends up their blood sugar level. So his might be a little higher when he first arrives, and then settle down as the day progresses. So anyway, one thing I was gonna say that I said in the community tab of my old channel that, but I don't have a community tab on my new channel, and I need to figure out I was trying to figure out how to add it, and I couldn't, so at least not on my phone, so I need to try on my PC. But I wanted to cross post, and I wasn't able to say that I don't think as long as I have Mint Mobile that I'm going to be able to do any traveling lives. I'll just have to do videos and upload them, because the Wi-Fi connectivity is really unreliable. So anyway, I basically live on the outskirts. I already said the south end, but it's the outskirts of town, and soon we'll be entering the town itself, and most of the major, maybe all of the major businesses are all on this one road that goes through town, and it's weird because you approach town, the speed limit drops more and more, and it's ridiculously low, like 35 miles per hour in town. And I think it's a source of revenue for them, because people that aren't familiar with the town, excuse me for a minute there, people that aren't familiar with the town are, maybe going to pay close attention, would never expect the speed limit to be that low. So they give out tickets, but the one Cat City client I have so far here, she told me that if you get a speeding ticket, you can go to court and usually negotiate it down to, I don't know, like a parking ticket or something, really low offense, low fee. So that was useful in case I ever need that information, because I do kind of have a lead foot. Not on purpose. I don't try and speed, but it just happens, and I don't like cruise control. I think it falls into the whole realm of needing to be in as much control of my circumstances as possible. So I've never used cruise control on this truck, and I've had this truck for 4.5 years. So yeah, I have to be more mindful.
Anyway, this kitty is being so good. You're such a good boy, Schnicky. Yes, you are. Yes, you are. It's gonna be okay. Yeah. Love you, Schnicks. Love you, my kitten. Schnicky is mine.
He was estimated a couple of years ago to be 15, and I don't know if that was an overestimate, because he had a rough early life, and got into scraps and tussles and whatnot, and lived outdoors. He's a feral, his ear is tipped, and he may just appear older than he actually is. So, but if he was 15 then he's like 17 now, and it's kind of amazing that he's survived for going on 4 years with diabetes that's never been well managed. So he also has a heart murmur. He has different things going on. I mean, he's just kind of, each day that he's still around is kind of a miracle. But he's a good old boy. He's the closest thing to a guard cat that you could find without. He goes through the motions if he detects a disturbance or things not being quite right, but he doesn't have the energy or the wherewithal, the ability to actually protect. But he'll assume a protective stance, mostly with regard to us humans. So yeah, he's a good old cat. He's got a crazy meow. Sometimes it sounds like he's saying hello. Okay, so now we're entering the town. And I don't know if we're in the 35 mile per hour zone yet or not. Just cruise along here. We're surrounded by mountains. And I can't show you the mountains to the left, obviously, unless I take the phone off the mount, but they're not far away at all. And on the other side, well, actually, I think those mountains are considered to be in California. I better slow down. See what I mean? Okay, I'm just about at the speed I should be. Anyway, be something that's going to give away at least the name of the town, but that doesn't really matter. I'm not paranoid like that. I guess I'm just trying to sort of follow the tendencies of other people to not reveal too much. Over to the right, we're passing where I get my eyebrows done. Looks like it's going to be a nice day. I imagine maybe around 60 degrees. I haven't checked. Stayed at that Best Western there before I moved here. Looking at houses. Yeah, my veterinarian's on this road. Well, I haven't been to a doctor here yet. I was assigned, I changed Medicare Advantage plans because the plan I had was specific to the Reno area, Reno and Carson City. So I changed plans and they assigned me to a nurse practitioner. I'm actually fine with nurse practitioners. I mean, I'm not yet your typical, stereotypical old person that has, like half a dozen specialists and, feels the need to see an actual physician for routine things. So, I assigned a nurse practitioner, and she's on this road, but she's farther back. We passed there a while ago. But see, there's Arby's, Jack in the Box, there's Smith's, there's Taco Bell. Oh yeah, and my groomer is on this road also, coming up pretty soon. Dog groomer, but I also brought Jasper there to get his claws clipped, and I may bring him there for grooming too, since he's a Maine Coon and will have long fur. There's Carl's Jr., there's the one, well, there's a Starbucks I think in Albertsons, but the standalone Starbucks we just passed on the left. There's Sonic, there's our one and only Walmart, but it is a super Walmart. There's Panda Express, I've been there a couple of times. Denny's, haven't been there yet. I mean, Denny's is Denny's, right? And there's a Domino's, I think, somewhere over there to the left. So, one thing this town doesn't have that I wish it did, before I say what I'm going to say, over to the right, we're about to pass Pahrump. Oh, gave away the name of the town. But it says it right on there, Pahrump Grooming. That's where I take Sophie. There's Home Depot, and that pretty much marks the end of, official end of the town. Anyway, what was I going to say? Start to say. I'm going to be 70 years old next year. That is in 2026. Wow. Anyway, what was I going to say? I'll probably do like a right over, or like right on top of the video what I was going to say. Maybe it'll come to me before we get to where we're going. But I was going to say something about something else being on this road. But anyway, as you can see, it's different. It's not Reno. It's not. There's Irene Street. There's my street. I just passed it. I should take a picture of it and use it like as my Facebook banner cover or whatever. but I like it. I like having elbow room. I don't want to be all cramped in. Conversely, it's just so odd that my son wanted to live in New York and loves living there. But, I mean, it is kind of a cool place for a young person because you've got everything at your... Oh, now I remember what I was going to say. You have everything at your disposal there. You know, anything you could possibly want any time, day or night. You know, city that never sleeps and all that. Anyway, what I was going to say is that the one thing I regret my town not having here is a movie theater. So if we want to go to the movies, we have to go to Las Vegas. And apparently they did at one time. It might have been in the Nugget that we passed in town. But there no longer is a movie theater. There's a bowling alley in the Nugget. And it kind of mystifies me why there isn't a movie theater, because I've lived near towns that were considerably smaller than this town that had, you know, like one multiplex theater, or even like the town I went to college in Nebraska had a, you know, one screen movie theater, and that was a town of like 6,000, and this is a town of pushing 50,000, I think. So yeah, it makes no sense other than the fact that it seems like movie theaters are losing their popularity and appeal, you know, because people's home screens have gotten bigger and bigger in their sound systems, and they just would prefer to enjoy movies in the comfort of their own home. But I still, even if there aren't many other people in the theater, I still like the theater experience because it's always going to be somewhat more immersive, I think. But who knows what the future will bring with regard to that. Anyway, let's see. It's 7:24, so I had to get there right about on time. They don't officially open until 8 o'clock. So, you know, probably anywhere between 7:30 and 7:45 would have been fine, but I'm weird. I'm precise, I guess you'd say. Sometimes I say OCD, which I kind of am. I mean, it runs in my family. My mother was diagnosed with it. But there are probably better words to describe what I am. Precise is one of them. I'm not somebody that doesn't get places on time. You know, I'm always on time. So that's kind of one of my pet peeves, is people that are, well, if they, you know, if they want to be late, if they're going to be late for something that only involves them, that's their business. But if it's something that involves me and I have to wait for them repeatedly, then we have a problem. So, yeah, I had a friend like that, and it really got old as much as I liked her. Anyway, yeah, so now we're, you know, clearly on the outskirts of town, but as much as this is the outskirts, the veterinary clinic is even more on the outskirts. So, anyway, well, I managed to blab for like almost half an hour, I guess. Or no, well, looking at my phone, I guess we're talking about 20 minutes, but anyway, this is what it's like in my town, and it certainly is, would be would not be many people's cup of tea, but, you know, I'm essentially a homebody anyway, performances of various, bands and groups, artists. It's only an hour away, so for me it's perfect. Schnickel.
Usually be.
It's perfect. So I think I can see it in the distance. Everything looks closer to me than it does. Well, no, I guess the phone, the camera's set at 1x, so that should be relatively accurate for how far away things are. But, oh no, what I thought was it isn't it, but now I see it. I see it. So, I mean, it's not a bad drive. It would be if I had to go through a bunch of traffic, and it would be faster if I didn't have to go 35 miles an hour in the heart of town. So, I think it's like 15 miles, something like that. And there it is. I don't imagine there'll be many people there, probably just the vets and office staff mostly. Well, actually, no, because I'm sure there are other people having to drop pets off too. So here we are, and they have one entrance for cats and one entrance for dogs. So when we brought both, I didn't want to come alone when I came to pick up Sophie because last time because I was bringing Jasper. Or no, I'm wrong. I'm thinking of the groomer, but we brought them both here for immunizations. And so my partner brought Jasper in the cat entrance, and I brought Sophie in the dog entrance. Once again, I probably could have brought them both in the dog entrance, but I wanted to, by the book, by the rules. Anyway, 7:29, right on time. I'm going to take this little bugaboo in, and I'll just say thanks for joining me on my ride, and I hope you have a great day. Take care. Bye.